Ho, ho, ho! Merry flicking Christmas, everybody! Welcome to a very special movie night where I'm going to talk about some of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. Things are going to get magical, things are going to get mystical, and you know what would make this movie night even better? If I had some Christmas cookies. Danielle! Put the cookie down! Alright, I finally got to say that. I've been waiting all year for a reason to actually say that line. This is my lady friend Danielle.
Hello.
Good to have you here, Wonder Woman. By the way, we're wearing superhero pajamas. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. This is what we do. And by the way, what happened to Captain America's arm?
Hulk got angry and ripped it off.
Actually, I ate it. Why'd I do that? The Hulk tastes like fucking gamma radiation. Okay, so the movie Jingle All The Way could be summarized as one of the worst movies ever made. But around Christmas time, it's one of the best movies ever made. Why? It stars Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, do you like this movie?
Yeah, I do. I just think it's funny that Arnold Schwarzenegger's name is Howard. Like, you couldn't pick a better name than Howard?
It's like, why'd they name that 300-pound Austrian man Howard? Now, there's one thing I really hate about this movie, and one thing I really love about this movie. The thing that I hate is, the kid in the movie is Anakin Skywalker, and he's the most annoying little shithead you've ever seen. I want a Turbo Man doll for Christmas! Shut up, Jamie! Your father's Arnold Schwarzenegger! Be happy! And the thing I really love about the movie is, do you know how many criminal activities everyone in this movie commits? Let's break them down, okay? Arnold Schwarzenegger is involved with almost killing a police officer several times throughout the movie, vandalism, and him and Sinbad are part of a terrorist attack on a radio news station. Yeah, Sinbad pulls out a box and blows up a radio station.
And they break into a house.
Yeah.
And they set fire to it.
Yeah, but it's okay, because it's Christmas time and he got Jamie a Turbo Man doll. So that's Jingle All The Way. It's Turbo time! Okay, the next movie up, it's magical, it's mystical, and it stars the late Robin Williams. It's one of those movies where you just want to be a 10-year-old kid for the rest of your life, and that's coming from a guy who's 27 years old in Batman pajamas right now. It's Hook, starring Robin Williams.
You know what you are?
What?
A paranecium brain.
You know what you are?
What?
A rude, crude bag of pre-food chewed dude. Hook! Rufio! Okay, let's talk about Hook real quick. Now, this is one of those fantasy adventure films that a lot of people shit on, and I understand why. And Robin Williams' character in the film looks like he has way too much mousse in his hair. But you know what? I love everything about this movie. You have Captain Hook going up against Peter Pan, and it's like, why is Robin Williams, a 40-year-old man who has too much hair on his knuckles, wearing green tights? It doesn't matter! Rufio! But you know who I really love in the movie? And I think if this was reality, yeah, if Neverland was a real place, you could fly to it, pixie dust existed, you could get sprinkled on it and just go off into Neverland, I would become Captain Hook.
I could see that. You're cynical.
I'm cynical and I hate children. I hate Pan.
The next movie on our list is The Santa Claus, starring Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Ho, ho, ho. That's all I have.
This is just a really good, feel-good Christmas movie. I just like all the humor in it. Papa Gijon, Pierre Noel, and
I just like Bernard, the creepy weird elf who looks like he's too old to be in that Santa's workshop, but he's still there.
You know what? This movie, it makes me want to drink hot cocoa.
I want an elf. A personal elf that I keep in the closet.
I'm 5'2", and you keep me in the closet.
Don't tell them that. Bing! Speaking of hot cocoa, look what we have. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bite off every single one of these fingers one at a time. Yeah, that's a reenactment from one of my favorite movies of all time, and that's Home Alone. Yeah, you know what this movie's about? It's about a little boy who's left at home because his parents don't love him anymore and they actually forget about him and take off to Paris. And you know if this was reality, do you know what would really happen?
What?
Well, the wet bandits would break in, they would kill a little boy, they'd leave his corpse on the floor for his parents to come home on Christmas and find his body. Why don't you leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out?
Okay.
She hasn't seen Home Alone, have you?
Yes, I have. It's just been a while, and every time I look at that small child, I think of his, like, now, what he looks like. And it just kind of ruins it.
It does ruin Christmas, I agree. You can't look at modern-day Macaulay Culkin and not get a little bit depressed.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Home Alone 1. Now it's time to talk about the sequel, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Should have never happened. Should have never happened.
No, it should have happened, but you know what shouldn't have happened in this movie?
What?
The pigeon lady. The creepy fucking pigeon lady. Now, they were trying to replicate what they did in the first movie with the weird guy next door who used to salt the sidewalks for no apparent reason, but it was to hide the bodies. But in this movie, the pigeon lady is the scariest movie character I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't look at her when I eat. But in all seriousness, Home Alone 1 and 2 are some of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. And when you break these movies down and the ingenuity that little Kevin McAllister had to set up some of those booby traps, I grew up with that and I was like, I want to do that. So one day when I was 9 years old, my grandma left to go grocery shopping, right? And I was like, whoa, I'm going to pull a Home Alone on Grandma. So what did I do? I took my Micro Machine cars, I set them all over the front door, I took fishing line and tied it across the front door. I think I was trying to kill my grandma. I don't know what I was doing.
And let's be honest, that was a week ago and that was me.
That's a true story. Oh, and really quick before we continue on, I wanted to show everyone your Christmas present that you got me. It's awesome. I'll be right back. Here, talk to the audience.
This is pretty cool, and I think it definitely fits.
Boom! Look at this. Can you see the resemblance, huh? I look like a badass. Yeah, this is the new, this is the Flick Pick logo. It's going in the Flick Cave. All right, guys, so I think that's going to wrap up this Christmas movie night. Yeah, I just wanted to cover some of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. And by the way, guys, have a very Merry Christmas, and I think it's time to watch your Christmas movie. Which one do you want to watch?
Die Hard.
Oh, yeah.